Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. This is Zenbo Crochet, and today I decided to come on here and work up another scarf in a way that I really don't ever do. And that being is because I have a person that I like to make a special gift for, because they have made me like lots of cookies in the last few years. So, and they're really excellent cookies. And they're chocolate chip with big old chunks of chocolate and all that. And it's a friend of my husband's from work that his wife makes those cookies. And so I just finished off a box the other day. I did share, but yeah. And I thought, well, I'll just make her something in return, because she made me something with love, and I'd like to make her something with love. So that being said, I'll turn you around here. Okay, so this is actually what I was doing last night, and about a couple hours ago I was like, at least, there's like 4 rows there. I had at least about 20 rows done, and I took it all apart because I missed a stitch on the edge of it, and it made it all one stitch short, and I didn't pay attention to that, so all that time and effort down the drain. But it's also for a learning experience, and I give myself some credit because that yarn is very tedious, but it's very fun to work with, and it'll look really nice once it's all done up in my scarf and hat. But as for today, I am picking this one out of my stash over there. So it's getting kind of not low, but it's picked at. What was this? A rose color, I believe. A blush rose and this gray. So I'm thinking I want to do a instead of my usual scarf where I just crochet about 20 chains and then work my way with the length of that all the way through the scarf, I'm going to start with the width instead of the, wait, how would that work? The length, I guess, work across the length instead of the width. Anyway, it's going to be about 120 chains. Just, that was what I looked up online, and that was about the lowest one to go. I don't want to make it too long, and all else fails, I'll just take it apart and do it again, because I'm good at taking things apart. But that's okay. So let's see, I would like to put you on my usual stand in front of me, and one day get my light working, and I need to buy a microphone. I bought one and then it never came, so I have to do that again this year. That's on my to-do list. Budgies are doing great, and what else? So budgies are doing good today. They had a nice rest. I didn't get in there too often and use the potty, so they slept through the night mostly. Usually I'm in there like every hour. It's crazy when you're old. I think I'll put you here on my little table. It needs to be higher though. Sorry for that. Thought I had this all the way I wanted it, but nope, not quite. I'll just use this again, my usual little thing here. It works. So I like that, maybe a little higher. And then when I move in the bed, of course it's gonna move, unfortunately. I don't quite like that either. Let me see. What was that other thing I had yesterday? Yeah, underneath that. I'll put you on top of a few things here. to get the height that I want. There. Okay, yeah. I don't know, I think I want to buy a new desk for my workspace, because that one, I don't know if you can see. Let's see. Excuse the little bit of clutter there. I will be taking care of that sooner or later. It's a narrow desk, but it's cute for that little spot. But yeah, so not much elbow room on that one to work have a workspace. But okay, so there's something more sturdy underneath this box here. I'll try this. Oh, this will probably work. Okay. I want to put you on my bird table here, but then I won't see the birds on my little table that I like. Okay. How about that? Nope. Yep. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably good. Maybe. Okay, so. Yeah, don't like the way that's going right there. Let's take these down. There. Better. Okay, so just this one. There, that's sturdy. So I wanted some sturdiness here. Okay, so push this back some. Still need to feel the underneath of this, because it's next to my feet. There, something a little to brace it. I think that there. No, I don't want it on my foot. There, I think that'll work. Okay, so when I have it on, I'll show you what I was doing. So this is my little bit of a stack here to a makeshift stand here. But I'll use the top as my turner. That works. Okay, so I had started this already. It's turning around. So I did the little window before in my other phone, but this one doesn't have it, so I'm just switching the screens. And my daughter suggested that this is a better thing than the window. I mean, not my daughter, my granddaughter. And I think I agree. Okay, so we're gonna chain, I think 120. So this is gonna be your slip knot. So shaky for some reason. Okay. Okay. Yarn over. We're gonna do your slip knot. I wrap it around my finger. And then I have these two pieces here. And then I take this one and back. Pull it over like that. And then pull this. I don't want that to slide off your finger because it won't form the necessary step. That one, and then pull this one up and over that one. And you're left with that little loop, and we put our hook in there, and then just take your finger out and pull it, and that's a slip knot. Okay, so let's try chaining 120, but I think what I like to do, 1, 2, 3, is do it off camera and come back to see you when I'm done with my chains. So if you want to go through this process with me, you can, and just make your 120 and then pause it from there. I think 125, because we're going to need a few to work with when we choose our, I think I'm choosing the double crochet, the half double crochet. It works up pretty nicely, and it's not so wholly or spaced out like some stitches do. Like the double crochet kind of leaves some spaces in between your work unless you have a really small hook. But yeah, so I will do 125 and see you in a bit. Right now I've got 3. See you in a moment. One moment. Okay, I'm on 18, and in case you didn't know how to chain, I guess I should show you that. So it's the same if you have your, I can just take this out for a moment. It's really no big deal. Do my slip knot, or slip knot, I was right. Okay, like we did. Now if you're gonna chain, if you're new to that stitch, this is how you start all your projects. So yarn over, you take it and pull it through, okay, and then yarn over again and pull it through, yarn over again and pull it through, yarn over again and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull through that chain, and that forms your chain. Okay, and I'll see you in a bit when I have my 125. I'm at 50. This is 50 chains. Okay, so to give you an idea of, this is 50, and then you need 50 more, and then plus 25, so I guess 75 more to go. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm at my 100 mark. That's 100, and I'll do 25 with you. 100, 120, 101, 2, 3, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, and 125. So I'm going to go to, this is 125 chain. So if that's how long I want my scarf, yeah, I've never really worked this way in any. I don't do the chaining this way. I do it the short way, so I'm not used to this. So this was going to be a scarf for an adult. That is not going to be long enough unless it's a very short. So 125. I'm going to go to 200, and I'll see you in a bit. So if you want to make a child scarf or something, it still is going to be a little longer than this. So it's not quite 125 as it's needed, it's more. I'm going to go to 200, and I'll see you in a bit. Hello, we are back with 200 chains. So this is 200 chains. Now this is pretty long. It's about, I remember you're supposed to do about your widths, your arm width. I forgot about that. Yeah. So it's my arm width long. I can't really get that on there in that camera angle. So it's a little bit longer than my arm width. Probably about 2 inches maybe. So now this is gonna be a process. So I'm so used to working it the shorter way. So it's also a good way to do blankets as well. So we're gonna yarn over. So I did 200. You're gonna lose a stitch because we're doing a half double crochet into the second stitch from the chain, from your hook. So yarn over and go into the second. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert to the top of that chain. Oops, sorry. The top of the chain. Yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so I was trying not to have any fan noise, but it's just too stuffy, so pardon me. I have to have that on or I feel like I'm gonna faint. So I have to have that noise in my, so speech there. So yarn over again, insert, pull through, yarn over, insert, pull through. So I'm just basically designing my own scarf here as well, but I went with, you know, the typical measurements. So I mean, there's a way to calculate it and all that stuff, but I don't really do any of that unless I absolutely have to. So I just do the count and start stitching or start crocheting. You can look it up online, and they'll show you what to do on, just if you look up how to do it, it'll just come right up. How to do the math on your crochet. Just put in like, how long you want your scarf, and how to tell how many stitches you need for that length, and it'll come up. At least it did on my phone here, or, you know. So it keeps changing color, like light and dark. It has to do with my light over there. I wonder if I'd ever turn the light on my husband's side, if that would help, but I don't feel like getting up to do that. So this is the gray I'm working with, and then the rose color one. I'm going to change them in between each other. I think it's going to turn out really pretty with these two colors together. So each row I'll change. And I do have another gray, and I have another one of those if I need it. Hubby got me all that for Christmas. Got me, remember to get doubles of yarn this time. So, yarn over, insert through the chain and pull through, yarn over, insert through your chain and pull through that working yarn and yarn over, and you pull through all three on your hook, then you're back to them on, you yarn over, you insert into the next chain, and over, pull through, then yarn over, and pull through three, then yarn over again, insert the hook, grab it, and pull it through, yarn over, and pull it through all the ones on your hook, which is three. Yarn over, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull through your working yarn, pull through the working yarn again through the next three. Remember, your tension matters, or you'll have an uneven stitch height. Yarn over, insert. You don't want it too tight though. You make it comfortable. You eventually can tell by the rhythm of your crocheting, because you'll just keep going and you won't mess up, you know. Half double crochet is one I find that is very comfortable to work with. It's comfortable to work with, and it makes your work more dense and not too many spaces, as in some with double crochet or triple crochet will leave some spaces. In my work it did, and I think it gets smaller, tighter spaces with a smaller hook, possibly, if it works okay with that yarn that you chose and everything. So next on my to-do list, I gotta order the budgie, my birdie's toys and feeders, and because I'm tired of the open bird feeders, and they're not very sanitary if they are just wide open like that. Especially the water, they sit on the water and yeah, I don't want to mention it, but that's no fun. And so I want to just get an enclosed water dish and food bowl. And I found two that I really like that are reasonably priced. Okay, so I'm this far. I didn't count how many I did, but I think we will work the rest off camera, and so that way you could do yours desired amount. And like I did 200 chains. You can make it longer if you want, 200, 300, 400, maybe if you want a really long scarf. So this is going to be an interesting way to work up a scarf. Alright, so I'll see you in just a bit. Also, I wanted to say that the next row, for me, I'm going to change colors to this one. You don't have to change colors at all if you don't want to just use the one color, that's fine. I also was like, I needed a break from my project I started. I always do that when I start crocheting, but that one was kind of, that yarn was getting to me. But I'm so excited to work with this at the same time, so it's, you know, double-edged sword there. What else was I going to say real quick? Yeah, just be prepared for a color change if you are interested in that, okay? That will be when I'm done with all 200 half double crochets. Okay, hi all. I just thought I'd put the phone right there and have it at that angle, and so far I think I like it better than right in front of me. Okay, so let's turn it to the side a little bit, and I don't have to worry about this camera being moved with my legs as much. Anyway, excuse me. Hairs are all over my face, little tiny hairs itching my nose. Okay, yeah, so I was at my mark here. Should be 198, because I did 200 and I went down 2 stitches, 2 chains to form a half double crochet. And when you're working, I forgot to mention, go back and look at your work to make sure you didn't miss any chains. So you'll see it right away if you did, you know. That's the back side, and here's the front side. I think the lighting is better this way. Okay, so let's see, now we are going to do a color change. I think I'm going to try to leave the gray on attached. I remember the only time the other time that I crocheted this way was when I made myself a blanket years and years ago, like what was that? Probably 2008, actually, in 2009. It was either one of those years. I think it was 2008. Oh wait, so last time I made a blanket for myself. Well, I did crochet an owl blanket, but that was a granny square, a big one. So I don't want to have it all dragging around though and making it tangle up in my other yarn. Just gonna go ahead and cut it and then add it on later. Let's see, there's in there somewhere. Nope, they're not. Did I already take them out? Is this my 5.5? No, that's too small. Okay, so Okay, my scissors are not in that pocket. Or are they? Nope. One moment, please, while I search for those scissors. Okay, I found these. I didn't find my big ones. But, also I wanted to measure, let's use this little one, to measure the, how tall the, half double crochet is. And it's like maybe an inch, maybe. It's about an inch. Let's see. Let's get off that 0 mark. It's a half. Okay, this is half double. This half double that I did with my hook, that particular size 5.0, worked up to be a half an inch. So I know that you'll need to know how many rows are equivalent to your length. Not equivalent, but you know, it matters to, I mean, if you can just crochet. If you're going for a certain pattern, I guess, but I'm not. I'm just doing my half doubles. So I think it's gonna be fine if I don't do the math. I will take off the gray for now. Pull this up some. Wait. It's a little thicker yarn than the one I was using yesterday with the one I showed you. The blue with the confetti. So I think I like the back one. A little bit more light in my background there. Like that, I guess. Yeah. Let's see something. Time to change the color. Sorry about that. I was just seeing if the lighting on my television is affecting my light in here. Only a little bit. Nothing bad. So here's these. These don't cut very well anymore. I need to get a new pair. I'll cut it about to here. We still have that pulled up. Now we are going to take the rose color, the gray away for a moment so it doesn't get, look at that, just from sitting there and pulling it, all the loops got inside each other. That's all it is, see? That's a cute name for this yarn, loops and threads. Makes sense to me. Now, if this is attached, what did I cut? I have no idea. I guess I just cut, I cut the other end, the other part of it. I need to cut this part. I did not cut the part that's attached to the skein itself, so let's see here. Oh, because that was just my, the starting chain. I think we're gonna pull it down like that, about to there, and add the new color. So, set this over here, this back there, and a little tray here. So let me see here. Right here. Good enough for now. Just trying to get it organized. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. It's pretty neat. Some brands have, not this one, but some brands have free patterns on them inside of their packaging. wrapper is didn't sew, so I don't pull through here. Well, I do right now because this is a brand new one, and you will find it. This is going to be coming all the way on the inside. I can feel it. This one is stuck right here, so pretty sure it will come out. There we go. See? Then I'm gonna put this on the board here. Oh, and if you want to use the yarn, one strand, two strands together is what I'm trying to say. You pull through here and grab the outside and work with those together. I just learned that like a month ago. Okay, so get some enough going here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna attach the yarn, the rose color yarn, blush rose. It's really pretty. Okay, I still have those little tiny hairs. I think I'll turn this off for the moment. Can't concentrate to clean my face. Okay, so this is my scarf. Let's see how this idea of kind of how long it will be. Hard to tell sitting. And it's a stretchy yarn, and it's gonna it'll pull with more yarn attached. I mean, the weight will pull it down once you get going on more strands or rows of crochet. This is weird. Now, there's your little loop from your gray that you left. Okay, and then have that like that. Take your pink. People do it other ways as well. I just like to slip mine on like that. See? And then you turn your work. You can tie a knot here. I guess since this is gonna be, it'll be a good idea to tie a knot on these two. One with the pink and one with the gray, the rose. Tie double knot, or two knots is what I did. I forgot to do my double knot. I usually loop inside it twice. So now that's attached, and then you just continue to. I don't know. Why am I facing this back side? That's really strange. Oh wait. Okay, so no, that doesn't feel right. Chain one, and then turn your work. Man, this is weird. This is really awkward. Turn over. Let me work a couple to see if that will make a difference. And so we're just gonna do. I don't know if I want to do back loop only. Excuse me. So I got those two going. And I'm doing back loop only. And go through. A nice color together. I just don't know why I don't have it. I'm looking at the back side of this thing. I don't understand. Well, maybe that's what it does, and I just having a old person moment. Insert through. It's hard to see this piece here. Into right here. Now you're in the back loop right here. Now take your yarn and pull through. Oops, you got yarn over first. Yarn over. Go into that back loop. Pull through that one. And you've got 3 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. So it's half double crochet, and all you're doing is just going into one loop. So that the stitches are on top, and you just put it inside there and go through one. I'll show you another something to a different color, a brighter color thing. So here I'm going to go into this. That's going to make my stitch different. Where's my little needle thing? Yarn needle, where'd it go? I can show you what this, let's see. It is in here. See? One of the back part of that this double crochet stitch, but it looks like a V because your hook is shaped in that way. Once you start working, you'll see a lot of V's on top of your work. Yarn over, insert through the back loop only. Grab your working yarn, pull it through, yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops on your hook. You yarn over, insert through the back, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, insert through the back, pull that yarn over through that back loop, pull the rest of the yarn, the working yarn through all 3 loops on your hook, and continue to do the same for all of your stitches. And this is called, actually, not will be, it is called the rib stitch. It'll make your work look ribbed. See how it's pulling up the back of it? Okay, so the difference of that and the other way is that you go through the side of the stitch, which would be under both of those. That's without doing the rib. You just go through both of them, you pull your yarn through, and pull up on the hook and pull through all 3. And it'll make a difference when it starts getting. That's weird. How did that happen? Is that normal? Is that what normally happens with this? I don't understand. Look at it's back and forth, back side, front side, back side, front side are switched. That is weird. I don't like the way that is. Okay, I'm gonna take these apart and try to figure that out with you, I guess. So, or you can pause it or fast forward timestamp on this is 40:05, 40 minutes and 5 seconds to where I'm taking out the work of the second color. Alright, now, I don't understand how that came that way. That is just the weirdest thing. The only thing I could think of is if I take it out on this one. I already tied it. See, that's why I don't like tying. Exactly why I don't like to secure my work until the end. Yep, that's exactly why. I'm gonna take out another stitch, so there will be one less stitch on this pattern. Because I need room to work with. I'm gonna cut these. Hopefully, if you did run into that problem, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I've only done this once. This long way. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna have to finish that second or the last one there. I hope there's enough there to work with. There's not. Okay. And then before I do anything else with this part, I'm going to go to the other end of my work and see if I can attach it there, if that's going to make the difference or not. I really don't know. Such new to this, sort of. I don't think it should be the one side back, one side forward. It all should be all the same. All of them lining up forward. Look, I made a pretzel. Oh no, can't tell. I can. Alright, now, this piece here. See, now this is, when I did it, I don't understand. Why is this complicated? I'm gonna feel like a silly goose if I figure it out it's just normal, or I don't know. So I start this way and turn my work. It's gonna go chain one, turn your work, it's gonna go to the back side like that. Now if I take this one and this side, add it, still add it no matter what. I feel really embarrassed having this happen on my video. I could pause it, but I really don't want to keep pausing it 100 times. So I'm going to just attach it through here in that space. Chain one. I'm not tying it this time. Nope. Oh, okay. So chain one. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. I was on the bottom. I had to turn the whole thing. It was all upside down. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Pull through this piece here and chain one. There. Now that is facing me, not the back side. Probably could have just done that over there, but that's okay. Yarn over, and we're doing in the second from the hook. Second from the hook. There's that one, that's one, and then two. Back loop only. I was happy to figure that out with you guys. Okay, now let's keep going. Alright, now if you can remember how to do the half double crochet, I think you can. Or you can rewind my video. I am going to complete these stitches and show you how to I'm not sure if I want to do every other row yet. We'll see when I'm done with all those. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. This is what I've got so far, and it's working out really well, and it's a nice smooth flow, which is much easier on my hands and neck. So yeah, I hope you're having the same experience with whatever yarn you have. This yarn is great. I like it. It's very soft. It's not super soft, but it's a lot softer than others I've seen and tried. And it's a little thicker, but it's still really good, and it's not splintering, whatever you call it. My yarn, the hook goes right through nicely and smooth, so you can just continue to go all the way down without having to worry to stop and fix all those problems that usually arise with the yarn that is I don't know what to call it, not picky, but stubborn. The stubborn yarn don't want to cooperate. I hope you all are enjoying your first part of the year, of the new year. So far I am. Yeah. Let's see more of this color. We are at 47 minutes. Okay. I have all these to go. I'll be back when I'm all done with the 197 stitches now. Okay guys, this is what I have so far. I forgot to take a drink. I've got this much more to go. So I wanted to show you what it looked like with the two colors on. But for this tutorial, you can keep working on yours. If you want, you could put other colors on here. If you feel like maybe white or something would be cute. Black, maybe different colors of gray and pink, or rose colored brown would look cute with it. So with that being said, I'm gonna make the scarf, and then I'm gonna come back and show you it all made up. Okay, so I think that'll be best, because it's gonna take me a bit of time to crochet. I think I'm gonna make it so if I want it like, let's see, just to give it an idea, I'm just gonna do this with our height, I guess you should say. This is the width now. The other way it was different on the other way I'm used to crocheting scarves. So if that made any sense. I think I will need, like, let's see, if I do this again, just to kind of get somewhat of an idea of how wide I want the width of the scarf. This is, oh yes, another old person moment. So if it's going to be like that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And if I did it again, for another wider piece would be 6 rows. And if I want 8 rows, so I think 6 rows of this would be good. 6 or 7 rows possibly. So So yeah, just wanted to say hello again and show you what I just decided to do for that nice person. I believe in giving back and not just receiving. So in kindness, and when people, help you out or offer you things, you give back to them. And so I figured a homemade item with her homemade cookies, and I'll give her a home made by hand scarf and made with love. So probably maybe tomorrow, if my arms and hands are, I was supposed to say, or this yarn is more forgiving than this one. I still am going to work on mine because this is for me in between times. Because you can have more than one project going at a time, it's fine. And if you don't want to finish them, you don't have to. But if you have 3 projects going at one time, I kind of have that going, but others I have touched in months, so. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. That is so appreciated. I'm gonna get to 1,800 views. I'm almost there. It's like it was 17. I was telling you on my yesterday's video that was 18, but it's not quite 18. It's 1724. So if I get to 18 anytime soon, that would be great. And any more after that. And because I've seen some people say that it takes 11, 12 years to get where they got from the beginning. And this is my beginning year. Well, last year was my beginning year of making YouTube videos for crochet videos and teaching and budgies and all that good stuff. So, yeah, my goal, I said before, was to get better at reading patterns. Not reading, I pretty much can read patterns. Sometimes they're confusing, but I haven't really tried to read that many. I just read parts of them and I go from part of what they say and make my own way through the rest of whatever I feel like doing. If that makes any sense. Yeah, so what else is there today? I guess that's it. It's a quiet morning. No helper today. Maybe later. She might come over later. And then let's see. She might visit me later to do a video with me. And I have to finish up her stuff. So yeah, I still have to do the attachment of the body parts for that little tiger. Anyway, I guess that'll do it for now. And actually, I can show you how far I got last night. It's right here. I forgot. I sewed up all this for her, and I gotta do the tail and legs. I believe that's the legs here in the front. So that's what he looks like so far. Pretty cute. She did an excellent job. So proud of her. And forgive me if I cannot say this word. There is a stitch out there that you keep looping and looping and looping on your hook, or the type of crochet hook that's meant for it. I want to say Tuscany or Tuscan, or I don't think that's the right pronunciation. Just starts with a T. I should have looked it up before telling you guys. But anyway, she did that last night and it turned out nice, and she's having a great time learning it and learning new crochet like stitches and stuff. So I think that's like her goal as well. She wants to learn more like I do. So we could do that together, and with her and you guys. And what else? Oh, there's a cat stitch I want to learn. It's the shape of a cat, but it's like, I don't know if it was the brick stitch or something like that, where they're stacking and then it forms ears. It's really cute, so I can't wait to try that one out. I saw that last time when I was into crocheting in the past, but I never went through with trying it, so that'll be a goal too. Lots of goals and lots of new days in 2026 for us to just explore crochet or whatever our hearts desire. And like it, drawing, I'm going to do that too, and I might draw on here as well. So my channel is a combination of teaching yarn, teaching crochet, you know, I'm not going to teach art, because I'll just show you my art, and if you could learn from that, that's great as I draw. Could be teaching art in the future, that would be nice, but right now I'm sticking to crochet and teaching the crochet. The budgies, that's just the budgie shenanigans, the spirit and kiwi shenanigans. No more spirit and sky, so it's spirit and kiwi shenanigans. And as they're tearing up all their home, tearing up their perches, and they do that for the most part probably because they're bored, I can only imagine. But they have each other, they've been nicer and feeding each other, so that's a good sign. And spirit, they do that gnawing and tearing apart with their beak, because the beak will get too long. And I have two cutter bones in there and another thing for their beak, so I don't know why he went to go tear up his wooden perch, but he did. So I gotta buy one of those too. And the feeders I told you about yesterday. So then I'll show all the cage when I get all that new stuff. I'd like to put it all together and make it nice and neat with their new feeders and water feeder, bird food feeder and water feeder. One of these days I'll get an actual cover for their cage, but right now most important is the food bowl and water bowl. Okay, so yeah, well, I hope any of you could take something from what I've offered here with teaching. I hope that it helps someone. I mean, I did teach my oldest granddaughter, and the funny thing is, with my youngest granddaughter, she did, you know, with me initially, and then I taught her what I know, and then she went on to explore on the internet. So with crochet, other crochet videos and stuff, which I told her to do, and you guys can do that too, you know, it's all out there, a whole plethora of it. More and more I find more and more crocheters out there that have channels, and it's quite a bit. So, but my oldest granddaughter, she didn't have a phone or any access to internet when I taught her, so she just had me, and she learned all of it just like that as well. I'm very proud of my granddaughters, and my oldest grandson said, "No, I don't want to learn, Grandma." Oh, okay. My youngest, he just tries to wind it up around the crochet hook. Anyway, thanks for watching my channel at Lenny's Crochet. Oops, that's my old name. Zenful Crochet, and I hope you have a nice new year, and everything comes to you as, you know, as needed and when needed. Alright guys, have a blessed 2026, and I'll see you in my next video, where I'll be showing you my finished piece. I have yet to decide if I want to make a hat. We'll see how this goes first for her. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Thank you so much. Bye for now. See you in the next.